They didn't shoot threes particularly well in the first half, which they did in the second half, and I thought that our offense moved the ball very, very well. We penetrated well, and they were doing things on defense that we wanted them to do.
And then there in the second half, IKM-Manning makes a big run. They get it back to one possession a few times there, but you're able to hold them off. Talk about the effort there towards the end of the game.
Part of the second half I think is my fault because I didn't have them prepared for what IKM did in the third quarter. So that's something that we will need to work on, and I know what to do, we just weren't prepared to do it, and we'll be able to do that. And I thought that we panicked a little bit more than we really needed to, forced the ball in a little bit more than we needed to. We were in the driver's seat, and I thought we were looking like we were behind part of the time. So, that just comes with confidence and playing, and we're getting there.
Talk about strategy-wise tonight. IKM-Manning, a team that likes to get up and down the floor, they like to score points, but it seemed like you just took that strategy and ran with it, and you guys were out in transition all night. Talk about the strategy here.
We knew we've got girls that are really fast and really quick right now, and we know our post players can run the floor with anyone, and if we can get the ball out in transition, we are hard to stop. But we didn't see as much of that second half either.
And talk about getting a win over this IKM-Manning team, a team that beat you early on in the year. They got you at their place. You get them back here and jump into the lead in the conference, so definitely a big victory.
Absolutely a big victory. And, we knew we didn't play our absolute best up at IKM, and we knew that when they came down here that we were going to be ready for them. And these girls have been on a mission, and right now they're on a mission to not get beat again. So as long as they keep that as their focus and they're willing to do what we ask them of, they have a good shot at doing that if they keep playing well.
All right, Coach, congratulations on the Manning.
We've been executing a lot lately on we call it NBA, and it's getting up the floor and getting the pass for the easy layup. So we really executed on that tonight.
Talk about that first half. That was some of the best basketball we've seen all year. Everything just seemed to be clicking.
Yeah, I was in the locker room back there, and one of the girls was like, we look like a college team, and I thought we just played amazing and worked together good as a team. And
then talk about late in that ball game, they get it back to within one possession there after you guys were up by 20. Talk about how you were able to hold them off there at the end.
We were pumping each other up. We got kind of, we weren't clicking as much as we were in the first quarter, so we were saying, let's go, let's get pumped up, and we finally got pumped up.
All right, Kelly, congratulations on the win. Nice.
We just came out really strong. We've been working on in practice our defense a lot, and that really helped us out. We played really good defense until the second half.
Talk about that second half. They're able to get it back within a possession, but then it seemed like you just outlasted them there at the end, knocked down some shots.
Oh, yeah. We came out 20, I think, at halftime, and then Coach said, we cannot settle down. They're going to bring it back, and that's exactly what they did. So,
towards the end of that game, there's a play where you missed, or your team missed a free throw. You were able to get the offensive rebound and the putback. Talk about that. That was huge.
Yeah, that was pretty lucky of me. That never happens, so I'm thankful for that.
And then defensively for you tonight, a lot of blocks underneath, a couple big rebounds. Talk about your game defensively, just sort of finding those shots and then using your athleticism.
Well, much to Coach's dismay, I really like to get in there and block, but she'd rather I move my feet, but that's just how I like to play.
And then talk about getting a win over IKM-Manning. This is a team that beat you earlier this year, and you come back, you get them at home, you beat them, and now you're in the lead in the conference.
Oh yeah, to have the lead in the conference is really nice, but we know we're probably going to see them again in regionals. I think those come out next Monday, but we're just really looking forward to finishing the season strong and coming out strong in regionals.
All right, Gracie, congratulations.
Thank you.
We were just gapping them up, not letting them go around us. We had help. We were in a triangle and two on him and Kyle, just not letting them get to the lane.
Offensively, you made some big shots, 3 threes for you, I guess. What were you feeling right there?
I was starting off behind the line quite a bit, and Coach told me to get on the line. And then when I got on the line, I was feeling pretty good.
I know this is a game that you guys have been looking forward to since, whenever it was, December 10th or whatever.
Yep.
What's it feel like to get that loss back?
It's amazing. It feels great. We got a chance to get the conference back. Underwood on Friday. Hope to do good then. I don't know, just kind of pass the ball around, get Cons are in foul trouble. And he's a good player for them, getting inside to Jake. and Trey.
Congratulations on the victory. Good job.
Thank you.
Well, Sam was driving on the left side, and I saw him cut from the opposite wing, so I just ran down and jumped up and happened to get my fingertips on it.
Did you really get it?
Yeah, I got a little bit of it.
All right. Now 20 points tonight. Big threes. I think you had 4 or 5. But I guess what was working for you offensively?
Just shooting ball well, getting it inside out, getting to our post, and getting it down low, and then picking it back out.
You guys, it was a really tight game throughout. I guess try to explain just the intenseness and the physicality of that game, battling with those guys throughout the night.
Yeah, they were really good. We just battled and came together as a team, and it was just embracing the grind, as Coach would say.
Big win for you, obviously, because it's your lone loss this year. Have you guys kind of been pointing at this game since you lost that game?
Yeah, we've been waiting for this game for a while. We've been ready.
What was the difference here with that one and this one?
Just played a lot better and came together as a team and worked hard.
Congratulations, Nick. Great job.
Thank you.
Well, first of all, a heck of a team that we played, and no matter who won or lost this game, we're both going to be better for it, and that's exactly what you want this time of year. Now, we needed to win it, and we're obviously thrilled to win this game. We might have needed it a little more than they did, but you couldn't tell how they played on the court. Keith's a wonderful coach, and we're thrilled that they're in the league for games like this. It looked that way on my end too. And in a game like that, how often does it come down to just one amazing effort play? And I thought Nick really made one of that. Jake might have got his hand on it too. And I think that maybe epitomizes how we played tonight. It wasn't perfect. It was ugly at times, but we made just enough plays, or one play we needed to down the stretch, just to try to keep them off balance. Wagner, they're so good. They're as good a 1-2 combo as we have in our league. Sam's almost impossible to keep out of the paint, so we kind of had to guard him with 2 for the most part. And I thought we guarded Kyle really well, and he still scored. So that's how good those guys were. And that's not to discredit the other ones, but you kind of got to just live with something. And we didn't want Ishad to have those open looks. That was a defensive. Those were defensive breakdowns. But give them credit for getting them in spots where we weren't. Yeah, 2 really young teams. But that's ironically the senior came and won it. I thought he hit the 2 biggest shots of the game. He hit the 3, and then the next possession he hit that great little pull-up bank shot in the paint. He's been really good for about 2 weeks. He started off a little slow, but he's been one of the top players in our league, especially since Christmas. He just started practicing better. We knew he was going to start playing better. It just takes a little time to get that carryover from practice to a game. We kind of feel that a couple other players are right on that cusp also. It's scary to do that, but we trusted our guys to stay focused on the ones that we had. I never felt like we had a let-up. We played really good basketball the last 2 weeks. I thought we played pretty good basketball tonight. We hit a couple shots. It's going to look really good. We hit a couple free throws. It's going to, again, look really good. But it's starting to come together, and hopefully we still got some more improvement in us. But they were right. You circled it. Now, the scary thing is we have a team that's almost as good, maybe as good, coming in on Friday, and that's been our rival for almost 100 years. I have no doubt we're going to be ready, and we're going to continue to play great basketball, though, and we'll make sure there's no letdown.